What's going on, guys? D171 here. I don't know why I keep saying 171, but you know, whatever. But what I want to talk about today, first of all, the gameplay here is Resogun, probably the best game for the PlayStation 4 right now. It's funny how a little indie title that's for free is the best game on the PlayStation 4. It's actually pretty funny though, but this is a very fun game. It reminds me of the old arcade days of, like, you know, Space Invaders and all that stuff. It's really fun. It was really confusing what to do. This is like one of my first runs at this game, and I do complete the level, but it took some time, and I do have some stupid deaths towards the boss battle. So hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay. So what do I want to talk about today? Today I want to talk about is the cost of production of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It looks like it's come to light that we know what each unit actually costs. The PS4 altogether costs $381 to make. I don't know if that includes the numbers of labor and all that stuff, but in terms of pure parts, they did a teardown of this. It looks like it's just including just the parts and all that stuff. It doesn't include labor and like subsidies for labor and all that stuff. But it costs $381 to make. The Xbox One cost is $471. And here's the interesting fact: $75 of that $471 is basically to build the Kinect itself, the Kinect 2.0. The one thing that's really trying to Microsoft trying to make stand out in this console generation is the mandatory use of the Kinect. Now, knowing this, here's the deal: so basically both companies are not making a whole lot of profit off each unit. They're probably taking losses if you include labor, but here's the deal though. In the older generation games, companies at first usually take losses on these consoles to just get them out there, try to get the latest and greatest hardware so their console can last a long time. And the thing is that the parts get cheaper, and then eventually these companies will make mass profits off these consoles itself. Because, for example, the Xbox 360 cost $550, and the PS3 when it first came out cost $825 to make. Now, to remind you, the Xbox 360 cost about $399 in 2005, and the PS4 cost about $699. So basically, both companies took a loss. It looks like there's a big difference this time because each company is making a profit, a small profit, in terms of parts, or maybe taking a small loss instead of taking a huge loss as they do. But what does this mean for the Xbox One? The thing is that a lot of people they're basically saying that the Kinect should not be mandatory. This proves a point. If the Kinect wasn't there, they could push the price of production of the Xbox One to below $400, so they can actually match the PS4's cost of $399, so that they can still profit off that. Because remember, the PS4 was originally supposed to come with the PlayStation camera, but now it's just a simple add-on. And because they want to undercut, because here's the deal. The thing is that usually the console that costs the cheapest usually won the console war. It's always kind of been like that. Remember, the Wii was basically the least amount of all the consoles last generation, and I think the previous generation, the PS2, cost the least. So basically, it's kind of a rule of thumb, usually the cheaper console. But it begs the question: if, let's just say that Microsoft really completely took out the Kinect, they try to sell it as a media entertainment system without the facial recognition. Just basically, you can do the TV things. You can actually watch YouTube videos while you do the gaming and all that stuff. I still think that would have sold a lot, but I still believe that one of the things that's lacking in the Xbox One right now is the graphical superiority. It is facts that the PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One. And just to tell you, the RAM that the PS4 uses is more expensive than the DDR3 that the Xbox One uses. So we can see that usually probably the better games and the better graphical games will come out for the PS4. That is a given fact. But the thing is that Microsoft did try to separate themselves from the pack by including this Kinect. And I kind of get that, but it begs the question, do you think people would have bought it if it was only like $399, no Kinect? They don't care. They don't care what graphical capabilities they have, if it's superior to the PS4 or not. But they can get their Halo, they can get the DLCs first and all that stuff. Would it still sell? I still believe it would have. It would have sold more. They probably could take some of the PS4 market share, because a lot of these guys don't really care about all these like fancy gizmos. They just want a cheap console to play their favorite games at probably the best, or at least looks decent enough to warrant their purchase. And I believe if the Microsoft cut out the Kinect, they would have sold more. Maybe they wouldn't have a $1 billion loss. I don't believe this at all. Like in this article, there's a expert by the name of it's another guy, Rick Sherlin. That's what his name is. He predicts that Microsoft was $1 billion on the Xbox One this year. I don't believe that, but I believe they're going to take a loss, especially because they haven't sold as many as the PS4, and also they're really pushing this Microsoft's Xbox One. You see all these kiosks, all these commercials for the Xbox One. It looks like they're going to take a big loss on this, but Microsoft can't afford that. So that's what I think about it. If knowing that this cost of production, and also it says in this article that Sony does have the upper hand on like price drops, because they can drop the price immediately once their parts get cheaper, and then Microsoft can respond and all that stuff by dropping their price, and their parts and all that stuff will probably get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and maybe first and all that stuff, so they have an advantage over the pricing and all that stuff. So that's the video today. That is the video today. I do believe that the PS4, the Xbox One will still sell. They're not going to sell out. They're not going to completely bankrupt Microsoft. That's almost impossible. But Xbox is in trouble, especially if they still try to push this Kinect down the consumer's throat, and not a lot of people want it. So what do you guys think? Should Microsoft cut out the Kinect to get under the $400 price tag? Let me catch you guys later. 1 million points. Not very much, but it's something.